Hello, Steffi here. It's time to talk. Real people, real lives. Today's episode is something different we haven't done before. But who doesn't like spontaneous things in life? Do you like it? Do you see the opportunities? I think unexpected things are really good. And I would call it we're having an unexpected guest here today. Because I'm in Tauranga and my guest is from Auckland. 3-hour drive. It could be a 3-hour drive. So we decided spontaneously to have an interview today, and that's what we're going to do. So please welcome Monica. Hi, Monica.
Hello, Steffi. What a pleasure it is to be here today.
It's so cool. And the thing is, we have no idea what we're going to talk about it.
We've always got something to talk about,
Yes,
because as you know, with all your time to talk, you've always got something to talk about.
We always have something to
If
say.
you've got two people together, you have a wonderful synergy, and then we speak. So
That's
great.
right.
It's really good.
But what I really like on you, I say, hey, Monica, are you happy to come? I know you're busy here this weekend. It's all planned out. Are you happy to come for an interview? You say, yep, I'm coming.
Always.
I love it. You are the I can do attitude person. And also, when you see an opportunity, you say yes.
It must be done. It must be done. Life's too short not to be taking the most of all opportunities.
That's right. So what was your last biggest opportunity? When you say the universe told you, do this, and you, heck yeah, I can do this.
I
What was
think
it?
every day is an opportunity. You wake up
Yeah.
every day and it's full of abundance of new opportunities, and when you're prepared to put yourself out there, and that can be a little bit vulnerable at times, but once you do that, along they come.
Yeah.
Along they come.
It helps you as well, I think, to get stronger. But like the
totally.
opportunities you have, they are also combined with challenges. But once you turn those challenges into opportunities, it's even more powerful.
Oh, totally. And I've just, as you know, I've just written a book about, and it's based on, it's the words that we use and the stories that we tell ourselves that really influence our life outcomes. So if you wake up and today you say, oh, I feel frightened about trying something new, then that experience will be frightening.
Yeah.
But if you wake up, it's like, yes, I always talk about delicious decisions. It's a delicious decision
That's right.
to try something new. So it really is the words that you use.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, Steffi, this morning when you woke up, how would you describe in one word your approach to today?
Challenging.
Challenging.
Yes.
And when you thought challenging, did you think, oh, were your energy like, oh, challenge? Or was it like, oh, challenge?
Yes. Challenge. Oh.
Yes.
Opportunity.
Absolutely.
This is me.
And that does have a chemical reaction in your body. So if you're using positive words, it gives you a small lift. So when I speak about delicious decisions, you can't just say that in your mouth, because it's like delicious decisions. It doesn't come out. So you have to engage your core. And when you say
Delicious decisions,
it actually makes a shift. We've got a nerve from the back of our brain stem comes right down into our tummies. You know, you feel nervous. It's called your vagus nerve, and it sounds a little bit like, I think, a gambler that takes risks. You know, a vagus nerve,
like a butterfly. Can you call it as
yes,
a butterfly?
Yes, it can be like
Yeah.
that. And so when you can influence it just by the sounds that you're using and your breathing. So when you say delicious decision, it lifts up and it lets off some of those dopamine and oxytocin and serotonin and all the feel-good hormones, and that helps you to move forward. And same with the stories that you tell yourself. You can choose which way it goes. And of
But
course,
this is so powerful what you just said, because so many people wake up with a negative self-talk, and it's getting worse. It is getting worse. Mental health problems. And we had the other video we did the other day about mental health challenges, and it is getting worse. And but what can we do to share our message? Because we are similar. We say, oh yeah, we can do this, and we always make delicious decisions. Look, comes out easy because we love doing it.
Oh, totally. And everything does come within us. And I think one of the biggest problems particularly in New Zealand society, we don't see ourselves as gifts, because we have always been brought up to work hard and to be humble and to strive to get ahead, which is wonderful, but we also need to stop. And I always say this, if you were at the bottom of Mount Everest right now, your face was right up against it, what would you see? What would you see if you were right there?
The rocks.
You'd see the rocks, the snow, it would be cold, and you're right there. But if you went back 5-10 kilometers and looked up, what would you see? You'd see an amazing mountain. Wow, it's incredible. And we're like that with ourselves because we're so close to ourselves, we can't see how magnificent we are and what potential we have. And I've got at the end of my book, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, which means we are so incredible it's scary.
Yeah.
And we don't realise that. And I know another time when I spoke, we got inside the gift boxes.
Yeah, oh yeah,
sort of
remember
climbing
that one?
inside that. But when you treat yourself as a gift, and
Yeah.
I treat myself as a gift, together, what happens?
Yeah.
It creates a wonderful synergy because we know that we both are, and everybody is in some way. And when we treat ourselves like that, we treat other people like that. Well,
That's
the
right.
ripple effect is great. And it is the words that you attach to your experiences.
Yeah.
So even I fell over a couple of weeks ago and it's like, oh no, this is terrible, was for a start. I thought, hang on, this is an opportunity to have a rest. So you can turn everything around to
Yes.
something positive with the words that you attach
An
to your
opportunity,
experiences.
But all the things you just said is also building your own relationship. If you have a good relationship with you, it's
Yes.
so easy to make delicious decisions.
Oh, totally. It's the relationship you have with yourself affects everything.
Yeah.
Someone else is not going to solve your problems.
No.
It's got to come with.
It's from you.
within
What you think about it, you
Oh,
know?
totally.
Sometimes, like, you're in situations, you can't change the circumstances, you only can change your thinking.
Totally. And the circumstances often will change as a result of your thinking.
Because you see it in a different way.
A different perspective.
Yeah.
I've written a whole chapter on perspective, and I'm speaking to a group of business people in the UK. It's on the 17th, and I've got an exercise with them where they're going to move into each corner of a room and just have a look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because it feels different, it looks different, and
Totally.
it changes you by looking at the different perspectives within yourself. So physically moving around in a room does make you learn and understand how perspective really changes how you are in relation to a situation that's going on. So,
But when, like what you just said, when you think about it, it's a simple exercise with a huge, powerful outcome. But why are we so busy in our heads and not doing it? Like you wake up in the morning, like you say, you look in the mirror and say, and straight away negative self-talk, instead of saying, hey, I have my shower, I do a little bit of colouring in, boom, and I'm ready to go. The positivity,
Oh, totally.
how you talk to yourself.
and that is the words that you use in the stories that you tell yourself. It has a huge impact. For example, I'm living in Auckland, the motorway. If you're on the motorway and someone cuts in front of you and you start swearing and carrying on, that just flicks those negative triggers.
Yeah.
Whereas now, if that happens to me, I'll say, "I look at that person; they're rushing to the hospital, or they've just
Yeah,
lost
you
their
don't
job,
know.
and then you have that empathy. So it changes, and you think, well, you let them do that, because if you're going to be so negatively triggered by something like that, then it's going to your whole day propels, and your thinking changes to everything being a negative experience.
And I think also an important thing is to stay in the moment.
Oh, totally.
This is lots of people, they're wasting energy in the past and the future. Stay in the moment and be there and see really what's going on and listen to what you say, so you can make the delicious decisions.
Totally. And also, I'm not saying that life is all sunshine and lollipops, but
No.
it's not. And sometimes you need to be in there, like, this is pretty awful, so I'm going to give myself this period of time to work through it. So I'm not going to keep myself busy. I'm going to work on this until I've dealt with it. I'm not saying don't deny your feelings, but we're so attracted to the negative thoughts and words, and it comes from our ancestors, because when we were out there being hunter-gatherers, you had to be on alert all the time for the bear, or the bear's going to eat you, or the lion's going to chase you. So we've been conditioned to that. But modern day society, we don't have to be looking for that, for the bear and for the lion as much. And I think that's why we've created this word called stress. Because when I was younger, stress was something we used for bridges. We were designing bridges, stress on the metal on the bridge, not on the people.
Yeah.
So I think we create all of this with technology. The world's coming faster, and to be able to stop and just connect with ourselves and use language to attach to situations and learn from.
How you talk to yourself, no? So with all those delicious decisions you're making, and I know you're really busy, so show us? I know it's sitting there. I really can't wait to see
Oh,
it.
yes, so
Tell
here
us
it
a
is.
little bit about your
So
latest
here we go.
delicious decision.
So
Love the
this is
colours.
a book called Buy the Damn Dress, Love Yourself One Delicious Decision at a Time. And it's not a fashion book. It's a story, a very small, ordinary story that happened to me when I was 27. So that was about 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And
yes.
it's a story about, I bought a designer dress once in a moment of frivolity. I bought this designer dress in a sale and it cost $86. And it was probably the most I'd spent on clothing in the previous 2 years for myself.
Yeah.
So it was just an ordinary dress. It was lovely though. It looked really nice on. And my friend said to me, "Gosh, Monica, that dress looks good on you. You should spend some more money on yourself." And I said to her, "Oh," and I let my guard down and I said, "Oh no, I should never have bought it. I could have used that for my mortgage. I could have used that for my son's education." And I can't even sleep. I'm thinking about taking it back. And she said, "Oh, for goodness sake, don't be so ridiculous. Why on earth are you getting so messed up about a dress?"
Yeah.
And in that moment, I thought, why am I getting so anxious about this dress? And why am I not giving myself permission to feel good about buying it? Because why did I think I didn't deserve it? So, and it turned out that I was, I'm quite a confident, loud person, but I've also got an anxious part of me where I'll suffer anxiety. So it was from that I stepped me on a journey about why do I feel this way about me? And I'm quite a slow learner. And so 12 years later, I was at a dinner party and there was a woman there that I didn't know. And I said to her, "So what's been your greatest adventure to date?" Just to open the conversation.
Yeah.
And I thought she might have said going on a skiing holiday or getting a new job. And she said, and I'll never forget it, she said, "That's easy." She said, "Leaving everyone I know and everyone I love to escape a religious sect so I could make decisions for me and about me." And Steffi, in that moment, I still remember, here I was 38, married with 3 children, I had a career, I had a theatre business, and I knew that I had no idea how to make decisions for me and about me. I was performing and conforming, but underneath I was in what I like to call the groan zone, where I knew something was nagging at me the whole time, that I wasn't living the way that I wanted to be because I wasn't letting myself do that. So that's how that came. So
Wow, that's awesome.
so after that I started to research decision making. Do you know how many decisions we make every day on average? I had no idea.
I don't know, 1,000?
35,000 decisions
Wow.
every day. And each of those decisions, either individually or incrementally, affect our life outcomes.
That's right.
But where do we go to learn about decision making? You can't do a degree in it.
Yeah.
So we will follow the experiences of our past, and often they become the dictators of our future. We will watch other people. Hopefully we learn by our mistakes. And sometimes we have that line down the middle of the page with pros and cons.
Yes.
But
What
that
if?
falls well short. So I've come up with a decision-making model in here about how to make what I like to call those delicious decisions. So,
This is
so that's what this is about.
congratulations.
Thank
Awesome.
you,
I
thank you.
love the color. This is you. This is so you.
Well, I was very, very fortunate. This is like cover number 245
Yeah,
million.
that's fine. But it's a good
but-
one. It was a
and
delicious decision.
It
to
was.
keep
I
this
just
one. Yeah.
a good friend, a professional photographer called Natalie McPherson, had taken the photo of the roses, and this was another photo I had, and she put that in there, and that's how
Yeah.
we came up with it. So
This is brilliant. Oh,
Very
thank you
fortunate.
so
So,
much,
um,
Monica, for sharing this and
yes,
bringing the book here
yes,
today to
oh,
show our viewers.
Thank
So,
you.
what would you say as a message to make delicious decisions?
Well, it all starts with us. If you're looking for someone to solve your problems, you need to go and look in the mirror. That's a
Yeah.
good starting place. Now, if you know, and I like to call it your energy drive, if you're going down deep and thinking something's not right, then you must absolutely seek some professional help. That is, if you've broken your leg, you're not going to fix it yourself. So I'm not talking about, finding that you've got some mental health issues where you really need to go and get that help. You must do that. But for me, it was my mindset. So I've made a mindset change. I was living a fear-based life. I didn't understand that fear was actually an opportunity to go to the next step. So I did a lot of research. I did some postgrad study because I went off and studied why are these people, how come some people they're having these meaningful, successful lives with other people falling well short no matter what they do.
Yeah.
So I studied it, and I was really fortunate in 2015. I won a sabbatical, so I got some time off paid, and I won a scholarship to attend a management and leadership course.
Cool.
And I thought, I don't know if this is me. It was one of the best things I ever did.
Awesome.
And it was I learned so much about me during that time. It was very challenging. And so from then I've developed this model for decision making. I love speaking about it. I love anything that you can do to lift people up. It also has that effect on, as you know, you make somebody else feel good. You feel good.
Oh, yes,
totally.
Definitely.
And you know, as we know, life is finite. So you need to be making the most of that time, and yet we don't.
That's the thing. Yeah, life is too short. Life can be very short sometimes, as we all know.
Yes, absolutely. And we don't know, so we're here to do things.
So
no, it wasn't me. I don't know about people say they've got busy days, but actually we've all got the same amount of time.
That's right.
We choose.
Yes.
We make those delicious decisions.
We make the delicious decisions.
So what a delicious decision it was for me to come along today.
Oh, thank you.
It was wonderful.
Awesome, Monica. Thank you so much for sharing your delicious decisions.
My privilege.
And all the best with your book.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully. Everybody should have it. It should be like a Bible. Everybody should have it.
So it's not just a book for...
Yeah, everybody should have it.
It's not just about fashion or just for women. It's got a lot of models. And there's going to be some business tools that come along with this as well. Because when we're working in a big organisation, it really is the words that we use and the stories that we tell each other that can really affect... it can affect income, it affects output, it affects everything. We know COVID has taught everybody that we need to just have a different perspective so we get to the same outcome.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
So thank you
so much. Thank you. That was my unexpected guest today,
Thank
Monica.
you so much. It was awesome.
Wow. Another amazing story. An unexpected guest here in our studio today from Auckland. Isn't it amazing? And she always most of the time, makes delicious decisions. So what was your last delicious decision you made? Can you remember? Or are you in the process of making a delicious decision? Just do it. If you don't know how to do it, maybe you should contact Monica and get the book and get ready for your future delicious decisions. Wow, amazing. I guess we're doing some more decisions this afternoon later on. So remember, we are on this journey together. Let's start the conversation, share your thoughts and subscribe to our channel. Enjoy life, live in the moment, and most of all, be unstoppable. You are worth it, and all that matters. It's time to talk. Bye for now. See you soon.